UFP, the United Federation of Podcasts.
Infinite diversity.
Live long and prosper, and welcome to Infinite Diversity, a Star Trek Universe podcast here on the United Federation of Podcast Network. I'm your host for today, Chrissy, and joining me are my co-hosts, Justin and Brandon. Brandon, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty excited to discuss today's episode of Star Trek Prodigy. I think it's really good now that we can all communicate with each other properly. So,
Yeah, it was amazing that we recorded this, and the discussion came out so great when we didn't actually understand each other's languages before. It's pretty amazing.
I know, you Americans talk weird.
Yes, we do.
We're normal. It's you Canadians that speak weird now.
Yes, the British were all weird. What about you, Justin? How are you today?
I've got a star to catch. But other than that, I'm doing pretty well.
Okay,
the diviner
well, good
got
luck
a
with
good
that.
phrase, but yeah, it's a little difficult. But yes, doing pretty well, and excited about the mid-season finale we have to talk about. Yeah.
All right, well, we are going to jump right into that, but first, we'd like to take a moment to thank our Patreon patrons who make our show possible, particularly our associate producers, Justin and David Willett. Listeners, we'd love to add your name to this list, and we can do that with your monthly subscription of just $10 at patreon.com/UFPearth.
Is that a different Justin? You didn't give a last name. Is that still me?
Oh, yes,
Oh, it's still
you.
me. Okay, good.
See, your name is one of the interesting things that differentiates how Americans say things versus how Canadians say things, Justin. Because in America, in the United States, it's Justin Oser, and in Canada, it's Justin Hoser.
Brandon, you're bringing back some really bad memories of bullying here. People would make fun of me with that, even though I wasn't in Canada. But thanks, Brandon.
Hey, people make fun of me too for my last name.
Do they?
Aubrey
They do?
Nutella here.
Nutella. At least Nutella's tasty.
Yeah, it's a nice food.
Yeah.
You
Oser is
say
a
I'm
bad
sweet
one.
and a little nutty, and it's perfect.
Well, for some people, I don't like Nutella, but okay. Getting way off
I don't
topic.
either.
Sorry,
It's too sweet.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Chrissy, you're the host.
But as you can hear, we have Aubrey as our guest to talk
Yep,
today.
hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Okay, you said mid-season finale, and I know that they were like,
Yeah.
this is weird, okay, because when we originally heard about it, we heard 10 episodes, and then we heard 20, and they said it's a 20-episode season. This really feels like a season finale, though.
It does.
I could kind of
Yeah.
see that. Yeah,
This
but
feels like a
it's
season finale.
it is mid-season because the rest of it is season 1 for the next 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can totally see that. It feels like the kind of thing they would leave you on before the next season. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because we grew up with cliffhangers only happening at the end of the season, because you didn't have mid-season breaks.
Yeah.
So,
Second quarter season break. I wonder if we'll get 10 episodes in a row, or if we'll get 5 and 5 again.
Hopefully 10.
Yeah.
I imagine it'll be 10 in a row this time, because I think the break was because of COVID-related stuff.
I don't know.
We'll see. Either way, we're going to get them.
Yes, we
That's what's
are.
important.
But in the meantime, let's talk about this one. So, what are our initial thoughts on this episode? We'll start with you, Aubrey.
I really liked this episode. It did seem like a season finale. It's really cool how much Murph looks like Zero with the core, with him eating the core.
Yeah.
He looks exactly like Zero, and I think that they should have made him look a little less like Zero, because it's a fake, but you wouldn't immediately recognize that, I don't think, because that's not the main idea. But otherwise, I thought it was really good.
Brandon, your thoughts?
I thought this was an awesome finale. I thought it was a lot of fun. Definitely called it with the kitty cat saving the day. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cute. But I liked it, and I think we got some stuff to talk about with Zero. Some interesting stuff to talk about with Zero there. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Justin.
Yeah, I love this one too. I mean, I've just really enjoyed these episodes, and I go as far to say at this point, I think it's the best first 10 episodes of any Star Trek series, in my opinion at least. I think they've done some really, really great stuff for all these episodes, and they help to tie things together and push things forward, and, you know, it made me very happy at the end to see Admiral Janeway, which... Did I predict that would happen at some point? Maybe I did. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's great to see her. So, yeah, there's a lot of great stuff in this episode. Looking forward to talking about it.
Yeah. I know we talked about whether or not we were going to see her, but I don't remember if anyone predicted. Listeners will tell us, I'm sure.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm just taking a look at the first 10 episodes of the original Star Trek here.
I knew you would do that.
So I want to.
We differ on the first 10 episodes of the original series.
So Mantrap is awesome. Charlie X is it's okay.
Nah.
Right there, you're right. So right there. This is because this
there
is
we
10,
go.
You know, this is really 10 good episodes. So right there,
there we go. But you're not looking at it in production order, Brandon.
No, but that's even the airing. There,
but Charlie X is still in the top in the first 10. So.
Order,
and so is Miri. So like right there.
Yeah,
you know, there's no Miri in these 10 episodes here, right? So
there we go.
I'd go with that. That's fair.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And I think that makes sense too, because every time we have a new series, there's a better platform on which to stand, and they know how to make them better episodes within the lore of everything. So I think that makes sense.
Although Code of Honor was part of the first 10 for the Next Generation, so, you know.
Well, but that was only the second time out. I mean...
It's true, it's true. Okay, if we want to keep going, for Deep Space Nine, there was it The Passenger, where Bashir gets taken over by some alien life form, and it's awful.
Yeah, that episode is just trash.
It's terrible, and that's in the first 10, I think. Anyway, regardless, Prodigy's great.
Yes, it is. It is. I thought this was an excellent episode. Lots of things to think about, which is always good Trek, and really some heavy ideas presented in such a way that kids can understand them, and I love that. I love that. So
I got a question for Aubrey. Are the first 10 episodes of Prodigy better than the first 10 episodes of My Hero Academia?
Oh my, probably not.
Oh.
Because in the first 10 episodes we get introduced to every single character that there is ever going to be.
In My Hero Academia?
Like, the 20 characters that we see most in the show, we see. Mm-hmm. Like, there's more than 20, but the 20 characters that we see most in the show are in the first 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay. You get introduced to everything that we need to know in every single episode later, really. Like, the basics of MHA. So.
Okay.
Okay.
But these are
I can't disagree with you because I haven't seen that show. So
neither have I. So.
Nor have I.
My wife loves it, though.
Well, you should. You guys should watch it.
I'm too busy watching Star Trek.
I'll add it to the list, and it's a long one, but yeah. No, I've heard good things about that. So, all right. So let's talk about rescuing the unwanted. This thing with the communication, that just really, that was beautiful. That scene where they could finally talk to each other. Yeah. So, how did that make you guys feel? Start with Aubrey again.
I liked it. It was really interesting how Dell came up with that. What did he do exactly? He
it was the communicators that they had. So I think
infused it with. He infused the programming
into their
into the manacles that were holding them. Yeah.
Which I think is a little bit far-fetched.
Only if they don't have audio on them.
Right. Like why would this thing have the ability to have an audio sensor as well as a microphone to speak out the language? So
we needed to do some engineering to make it work. But
to tell them orders or something.
Like I'm okay with him converting it to a communicator, but I think having the time to do it for all of them seemed far-fetched to me because there was a lot of people.
Well, just think about it for a second. Let me ask you this question. That's like me turning my, you know what? I need to bake a cake. I don't have a stove. Let's turn my fridge into a stove. I need one right now. Like,
Hey,
it's just,
Brandon,
it's
like
not
the
even
24th century has a lot more advanced techniques, man.
This is like security device turning it into like a communication. It's just, it's fine. They needed it for the plot. This is the suspension of disbelief that's a little bit far-fetched. But,
okay,
I get the point that they need to be able to communicate, and they've only got so many communicators, right? So,
if there were speakers and stuff on there, I feel like it would be believable because they would just need to change what frequency the communicator is on.
Right.
Well, and upload the software.
Yeah.
For the translation, which I think I can address your concern there, Justin, because if these are set up that they are getting any kind of software updates, all you have to do is force an update once you've put the software in. So.
Okay, well, they still need to have some kind of microphone or something within all of them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, okay,
know.
that's different. But you know how we all got U2 on our phones for.
And you should be thankful for it.
We didn't want it. Oh, I'm not complaining. Of course, I didn't have an iPhone, so.
Missed that. Didn't care. But I mean, it was really cool that they could all communicate now. That was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it just tells you the power of the communication, because before there was just so much they didn't know about each other, and now they can work together finally.
Yeah.
Because it would have been hard, like if they're working together, like on a project or whatever. Like I guess probably the extent of this is like in Star Trek 6, right, when they're digging in Rurapente there, right, where they're just like mining for, I can't remember the name of this red mineral or whatever it is, but the extent of it, there's not much that needs to be done. They're just like mining.
You could just show
together.
Someone like, use this thing, dig here.
Right, exactly, yeah. So, but the fact that they can't communicate means that they can't work together, right, beyond the most basic level.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and that's something that was used in the Americas with enslaved Africans. They would make sure that on the boat coming over, and once they got here, that they mixed the language populations as much as they could, so that you can't plan a revolt.
Yeah. Although, of course, as people were in the Americas for a longer period of time, they would, learn the dominant language and then be able to talk to each other and plan revolts and stuff. Yeah.
Thankfully, yes. That only works for one generation, but it was very useful that first round. So.
But it is definitely something that is used as having the power to take that away from people so they can't communicate. Yeah. So in that way, well, I'm sure we'll talk about the diviner's motivations, but in that way, he's doing something that is really like not justifiable even for his plan, to do this to all these people.
Yeah. Yeah, going on to with the rescue, what'd you think of this role that Rothacher had? Brandon, I know she's your favorite.
I thought it was great because it built on like where we'd seen her go before, with what is 2 episodes ago when she was stuck in time there, and she was able to learn a lot, and she's like, look, I can do more than just holding a door, which is, like what I see there is, you're a big character, so you're assuming that all you can do is blunt force, right? But she's like, no, I'm smarter than that, right? So
it's funny how the actual engineer didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
Yeah. I like that. And that he recognized it.
Yes.
He didn't try to BS his way through it and just was like, nope, I'll hold the door.
Good.
You do your
and
thing.
he actually did a pretty good job holding the door. So, yeah. No, that was really great seeing Rothacher really getting into it with, fixing the problem. It's really cool. And it makes me wonder how we'll see her in the future. Will she be like a science officer or engineer, or I don't know. Could be one of those things.
I think Chrissie would appreciate, though. I think we had a missed opportunity here where, they could have added some tension to this. With Rothacher could have been yelling back at Jankampog there, hold the door! Hold the door! Hold the door!
You beat me to it.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. You described it better. I was just going to sit here and go, hold the door.
That's our Game of Thrones reference.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep, I was hoping you would explain it because I have not seen Game of Thrones. Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. No, it was, that did pop into my head as I was watching it the first time. Keep him out.
Pop into my head.
Yeah.
She said it didn't pop into hers, and I'm like, no, we haven't shown Aubrey Game of Thrones yet.
Oh, that's good for the summer break. There you go. What are you, 11?
I'm still too young for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's too much.
All right. Yeah, so the diviner, we find out, in the end what really was behind what the diviner was doing, okay, which is that he's been sent back in time in order to prevent this first contact from happening. We'll come back to that. I hope we get more of the background on that, because how you get from we're sending you back in time to make sure that Starfleet doesn't show up to you're going to enslave a bunch of people on this planet so that they can dig for this rock on the chance that the protostar is somewhere in this asteroid. So I hope we get an explanation on that.
Well, we're going to see more of the diviner. He's still alive. He's stuck, on this place, but I think we'll see more so that we get more background. This is not the last time we'll see him, I don't think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
What's the robot's name again?
Dreadnought.
Dreadnought.
I don't think Dreadnought is dead.
No, because we've seen multiples.
You can make more.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still that one floating in space, right?
True. Yeah, I think
Maybe.
No, did they? Because I guess
that was in the
timeline. That was
timelines.
kind of
Yeah.
reset.
part of his timeline.
So,
But you can easily remake one. It
I don't
seems like
think
you can just
he's
print him
dead.
out.
And then Dreadnought is gonna secretly beam over back to where the diviner was and fix his brain or something.
yeah, maybe.
Because I
That
don't
could
think
be.
that's the last thing that... I don't think the diviner is KO or something. Like
Killed, yeah.
Killed.
Yeah.
No.
That was quite the interesting, was that like an anime type style where the cat thing went to scrape with its claws and we just saw those 3
Yeah.
claws and they didn't show any violence, they just showed the claws.
Yeah,
is
that's
that
like anime
that's
style.
very anime. That was very interesting.
Which is interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like, yeah, it's probably one of the few times you might see that in
I
animated Star
honestly
Trek.
didn't notice that because I watch anime so much.
Yeah, I definitely did because that's very different than anything we've ever
It's
seen.
very
in Star
different
Trek.
than we've seen
It
in
was.
animated Star Trek, for sure.
It was.
Yeah,
It even felt different from Prodigy. It just didn't. Mm-hmm. Like, it almost felt out of
Yeah.
character for it. But it worked.
In that case, she takes over. She takes over the animation style, too.
We have a voice. Good for us. Bad for you.
That was beautiful.
Uh-huh.
That was absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Oh, and we know now, too, that the diviner was able to leave that, tub chamber thing because he's got all the fluid.
He's got the fluid
Yeah.
circulating around on his
How did
suit.
he
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
the fluid back? He fixed himself or something? How does that work?
At the end, well, see, now that's the interesting thing. Okay, so we get the impression that he needed this fluid to survive, right? Because as soon as Janeway attacked him and broke his coolant system or whatever it is, he became weak right away. But at the end, he's on. I'm guessing it's a moral star.
Tars Lamora.
Tars Lamora. He's down on that planet or whatever it is, and he's just working, but he's got nothing on. Mm-hmm. Right? He's got no protective gear of any kind.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, he's just sitting there playing in the dirt.
Maybe
right?
they figured out some way to do something. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question.
Because when we first saw him, he was in that tank,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? But that was also on Tars Lamora.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like Tars
Yeah.
Lamora gives him whatever he needs.
Although he was on the ship when
Yeah.
you first saw him in the tank, not on the planet itself. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question.
Maybe that's more of a drug, like an enhancer, as opposed to something he's addicted to, as opposed to something that's actually keeping him healthy.
He's eating the Taz Lamora dirt, and that's how he's surviving.
Could be.
Gross. You were saying, Justin?
Oh, no, I was going to say, I mean, yeah, maybe that fluid helps to enhance so that he can, function more or be stronger or something, but just to, live and play in the dirt, maybe he doesn't need it. It's weird to say playing in the dirt because
I
it
love
doesn't
how we're
seem
describing
like that.
this. He's playing in the dirt.
Yay!
Oh, dear, yeah.
Yeah.
Come back, he's got a sandcastle. Yep.
He's probably got thousands.
Yeah.
He has all the time in the world.
But can we talk at this point about like what his motivation is?
Right where I was headed.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Because I think okay. So he went. So apparently, somewhere in the future, some decades in the future, maybe it was 50 years or something like that, the Federation Murphs. No, the Federation makes first contact with the Vaunakot, and it sets into place something that leads to different factions, and there's a civil war that destroys the planet. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
My understanding right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then he's thinking, okay, this destroyed our planet, so we need to stop this first contact from happening in the first place. So he goes back in time, but we're not sure how he knows about the protostar or why it's important at this point, right? We just know that somehow that was part of his plan, and he went way back in time to find something. So I think that idea, though, is interesting, that first contact with the Federation can set something into motion that destroys your society. I think I saw one of the reviews reference Voyager's Friendship 1, which is an episode where I think like a probe gets sent out and like it helps to destroy their civilization. But I think it's a very interesting idea and interesting to think about. But I think it's also good that when Gwyn finds that out, she says something like, you can't just like trade one tragedy for another. Like he's wrong in thinking about it. But I thought there was a lot going on there that that is about the effect the Federation can have, but also understanding what is really going on. Like he wasn't realizing that the real problem possibly is that these two factions were killing each other, you know. But I'm sure we'll find out more. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure I understood what was going on, because it felt like a lot to take in.
Yeah. And it felt like they had blamed the Federation showing up for something that probably already existed and was just
waiting for a trigger or something.
Yeah, trigger is a good word.
Could be, but we don't know. I think we need to find out.
No, we don't.
More. But Aubrey, what did you think about this and the diviner, giving this story? He'd gone back in time to prevent the Federation from what he thinks is destroying their society.
I thought it was a little weird, but I think it was Dad who predicted that.
Well, I said we'll get time travel at some point,
Yeah.
I think, but I had no idea it would go this way. This is an interesting concept, though.
I don't know how I liked it, honestly.
So this addresses something that Chrissy said, though. Is this guy just a bad guy? And it's like, well, no, because he's definitely got motivations, right? Well, while what he's doing is not correct, his motivations are to save his people.
He wants to save his people.
Out,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there are other ways that you could do this. You could literally fly to the Federation and be like, don't go to my planet, and leave.
Right, but
Yes.
see, that's interesting. Can you just do that?
know.
Because
They would be suspicious and want to know more about his story, probably.
Yeah, and he doesn't trust the Federation because they, from his point of view, they contributed to the destruction of their society, right?
Yeah, but they didn't do it. I don't, did he say the Federation?
Well, they
know.
haven't done it yet, but...
See, this is one of the things that they've talked about, Aubrey, in Star Trek here with the Prime Directive. So the Prime Directive is a rule that the Federation has in place that says, we're the Federation, and we can't introduce ourselves to alien species until they're ready. And their general benchmark for what makes a society ready is once they've discovered warp speed. Right, it's just a technological level that says if this species is advanced enough that they're exploring the stars, then they understand the concept of alien species could be out there. Yeah. So it's like kind of a limit that they've put into place for when they can make this contact.
There's actually a second part to the Prime Directive, which I wonder is going to be part of this story, because the first part is you can't contact pre-warp civilizations, but the second part is even if a civilization has warp and you can have contact, you can't interfere in their internal affairs.
Right.
So I wonder if what ends up happening is the Vaunakot achieve warp, the Federation contact them, this civil war happens, they ask for help, and they say, we can't interfere in your internal affairs, and leave. I wonder if that's the kind of thing that'll happen, which is both kind of parts of the Prime Directive. Yeah.
There's other aspects too, like where, if there's like a natural disaster that's happening on a planet, they can't stop that because that's the natural development of the planet, right? Yeah. That's what's supposed to happen.
If it's pre-warp, but if they're post-warp and they can contact them and ask for help, then they can, but
Yeah.
But
Unless one of the children makes friends with Data.
Right.
Well, I mean, there are things that force the issue. Or unless Worf's foster brother interferes,
Yeah. Or they put the Enterprise underwater. Yeah,
Well,
okay,
that's
anyway.
a whole different thing. Okay.
Well, that was the volcano in Into Darkness?
No, but I mean...
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm wondering, though, if we might have a Badmiral kind of situation here, something akin to what we saw in Insurrection. Not that the Prime Directive applied there, but that you have somebody in Starfleet who's using these factions against each other for his own ends.
That's possible.
I think it's going to I think it's going to end up being something along the lines of just the Federation came in, introduced them, and the Society just couldn't handle it. They couldn't comprehend it, and it just caused... I think it's what the Diviner says. But I do have the prediction that I wonder, somehow Chakotay's involved with this. Whether his ship was the first contact.
I saw some speculation about that. Well, actually, I think Aaron Welke seemed to imply in an interview that it's not Chakotay making first contact, but...
Yeah, he's involved in, some way, right?
Some way,
at some point,
yeah.
So.
The Protostar has to be introduced to the Diviner in this future.
Right.
He has to know about it in some way, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe they knew where it was, but they didn't know how to get it out or anything. So they sent him back to go and get the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, since we started the show on Tars Lamora, and that's where the Protostar is found, it seems like the Diviner at some point knows that it's there, but he has to recruit these people to try to dig it out in some way, and it's just going to take a really long time. But it seems somehow he knows it's there, sense, right?
But, yeah.
Well, we haven't had it explained yet how he knows it's there.
Right.
But you mean makes zero sense that he knows it's on there but doesn't know the location? I mean, in Star Trek, there's all kinds of, minerals and things that can mess with sensors. So maybe it was there's this big mass, and I'm not sure exactly where inside it is, but I got a tip it's inside here, and he's going to have people mine until they reach it, right? Okay. Which in a way, his thing worked because eventually someone does find it, right? But anyway, I think it's very interesting, and we definitely don't have all the pieces yet for what's going on and how he got there. So,
yeah, there is an interesting conversation to be had here about how often do we see first contact situations cause conflict? And that's something that I think we need to explore at some point. Not us necessarily, but just in general within the Trek community, because we have had a number of instances where that kind of thing comes up. Not the least of which is the episode of TNG called First Contact.
I was thinking the episode called First Contact in TNG is probably the best example, where it's hey, you've achieved warp, let's do it, let's have contact, and there's enough resistance from one of the factions that they're no, not yet, not ready.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. But I think introducing that aspect, that first contact in the future caused an issue, I didn't expect that, and I thought that was a very interesting idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it certainly makes first contact when they're explaining it. That's just a little nugget to remember for a few episodes later. So
that's true. Yeah, because
their
first contact didn't go well either, right?
No.
Yeah.
And that was not a good first contact anyway, because we don't know what that society knew about anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I think they said even in the episode, they're violating the Prime Directive in contacting them at all. So, yeah. All
right. So, while we're on the topic of the Diviner, Zero gets his revenge, which I think is beautifully done. What did you think of that? Start with Aubrey again.
I thought it was really interesting. The only way that I kind of sort of predicted that was because Dad told me what the Medusans do.
Yeah, I kind of reminded them. I'm because we've talked about it a few times, right? Mm-hmm. I watched the episode before I watched it with them, before I watched it with the kids, and I just reminded them of that, right? Just so you know. So it kind of spoiled it, but I mean, it's not like it spoiled it by more than 15 seconds or whatever, right? So
yeah.
Yeah.
But
well, there was a reminder of that in part 1.
Right.
because they make a joke about it. So, yeah.
I like, as far as this plot goes, though. Like, what did you think of it, Aubrey? What did you think of Zero doing this to the Diviner? Because I definitely have some thoughts.
I thought she looked very evil. Like she
Zero.
Yeah,
They.
she didn't know the reasoning for the Diviner doing this, and then she just went all havoc on him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like
Was she
a very out of character thing for her to do.
Yeah.
For
So
them to do.
we'll try and remember. So Zero's a they.
Yeah.
So so they were very upset that the Diviner used Zero to hurt them. Now I can't remember how Zero hurt them before.
Oh yeah, so I think it was in the first episode they showed. I think it was some flashbacks where they would force Zero to expose themselves to people. There's even the scene with like the Lurian like going crazy. I think it was like a disciplinary thing or something. But yeah, they used Zero for that purpose for a while. It seems like.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen the first episode.
Yeah. It seemed like the Diviner just had them in a box and was like, open the box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
that's
I mean,
what the revenge was for.
So
Yeah.
this is an interesting plot, and I don't know how to feel about it because, like, that's some serious intent on Zero's part to cause this kind of damage. Like, Zero knows what happens when somebody looks at them,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yes.
And so for Zero to make the decision to be like, I'm going to show you who I am and make you go mad, like, that is some extreme, like, decision making on their part. Like, that's like, I've made a decision to hurt this person, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like
Knowing full well.
kind of, it's shocking to see from Zero. So I'm still processing it, right? Like, that's all. Like, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, I felt also at the time that Zero felt like this was the last chance to stop the Diviner. But and this is like their only way of doing that, I guess. The only thing is, I saw in one of the reviews, it was like, yeah, maybe this worked, but it would have been good for Zero to like make sure that like, you know, Gwyn and Dahl weren't around when that happened. But maybe there wasn't a choice, or maybe Zero was just like so angry they didn't even think about it. I don't know.
Like
But it is
Zero,
an extreme thing.
Zero's going to have to process the grief of being forced to harm other people. But now Zero is also going to have to process the fact that they intentionally harm someone. You know, like, and
that they at least temporarily harmed Gwyn as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's why Zero stayed by Gwen's side until Gwen was better.
Yeah.
Because she felt so bad. They felt so bad.
Yeah. It's
You might see something come of that, though. There's a whole story there for Zero to become part of Starfleet Medical and figure out how to reverse that.
Yeah.
how to reverse the effects, maybe.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. But maybe this goes into something else you'll talk about. But the other thing, of course, is that, you know, Zero does this thing, the Diviner goes mad, and Gwyn sees the reflection in Dahl's comm badge, so it isn't as bad on her, I guess. She can recover, but she's lost some memories, including, apparently, I think, the memory that the Diviner told Gwyn that part of what the Protostar will do is infect Starfleet ships and destroy the Federation.
And that's a problem.
That's a problem. And if Zero knew that, they'd probably feel even worse. But like, I had a question about that. Sorry, I'm jumping this already. But
No, but
I guess a couple of questions. So is this just like wiping all of Gwyn's memories like in the holodeck? Because it wasn't just like for the event itself. It was like the stuff she had heard before. Like, I just wondered how far back that went. And at the end, there was almost like this look that Gwyn had. Like, there was this idea like, there's something I should be telling you, but I don't know what it is. So it seems like there's some vague thing still there.
I'm
that
thinking that she lost her memory since the Diviner since Janeway took that thing off of the Diviner. Like, from that point until then, because the Diviner did say that, like, what did he say
cuts
exactly?
through the coolant system.
Something that their species was still alive. So, right after that, that's when he said it. So I think that's how much.
So you think it's just like, it's not a lot of her memory's gone, it's just a little bit of her memory's gone.
Like half an hour or an hour.
So
probably half an hour.
We just watched Fast and Furious 6, so you don't think it's like Letty?
No.
where she's like, she knows who she is, but she doesn't have any memories of it. She's got like this instinctual memory of like, you know, her preferences and how she drives and, you know, what kind of things she like, but she doesn't remember who she is or any of the people that she used to be friends with and whatnot. You don't think it's that?
No.
Okay.
I think she just forgot like half an hour.
Okay.
Soap opera amnesia.
Soap opera amnesia.
You were describing.
Her memory loss is just what the story needs it to be.
It kind of is in this case, but
Exactly. I don't know that we're going to know that. I don't know that they're going to clarify that until, you know,
until they actually see a Starfleet ship.
Until they need to.
Coming up, yeah.
And, you know, there is a little part of me that's wondering if she does remember and is staying quiet about it with an intent of following through on what the diviner intended, knowing what happened.
I had a little
Just
thought,
a little
but then
bit,
I thought, I don't think so. Like, I think the look that she gave is more like this vague recognition, like, there's something I should say, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, well, I guess it's not that important. That's what I felt it was, not that she was deliberately concealing it.
Yeah, that's how I interpret it too. Yeah.
But if that's the case, maybe that memory can be recovered.
Yeah. I think the one thing we can predict for sure is that this program is going to be transferred at least to one ship, probably Janeway's.
Yes.
Could be.
Probably the Dauntless.
Yeah.
And then Rothacher's going to go over and do her magic and fix it.
And get a field commission like Nog.
Janeway is going to meet Janeway.
Janeway holograms going to meet Janeway, maybe.
Well, the Janeway hologram definitely knows that there's a real Janeway, but I don't know if the real Janeway knows about the hologram.
Probably they wouldn't use what she looks like without her permission.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe like this ship is from the future too, and she doesn't know yet. I don't know.
Oh, that's an interesting thought. That's an interesting thought.
Which ship is from the future?
Well, the Protostar, right? So this Janeway may not know that there's a Janeway hologram on the Protostar because the Protostar is from the future, right?
Yeah, but the real Janeway is old and the hologram is younger.
Yeah.
Well, a hologram can be any.
Yeah.
It can be any age. What if Admiral Janeway is actually on that ship in the future, but can communicate with the Protostar in the past? No, let's not go there.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna twist myself
I mean,
around.
she knows the Protostar's there. She knows that Chakotay had it, but and the Janeway hologram was on it when she.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting because they are looking for the Protostar.
They're looking for the Protostar, so it must have. So either it launched before this point, or they knew that it went back into the past and have been also looking for it.
Oh.
Yeah, and the Dauntless has come back looking for. See, it didn't occur to me until the second time I watched it.
Maybe.
Well,
Dell's going to figure out what species he is because he's with
at some point.
Federation now.
Yeah, he will.
I think he will at some point, but it's interesting we don't know yet.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point. I didn't consider that. Like, so how does this Janeway know that we've just seen? Is this Janeway from the future, or is the Protostar been around for a long time? Oh, I'm sorry,
another Admiral Janeway from the future?
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Another Admiral Janeway from the future.
Let me just mess with your heads here.
Oh, boy.
What if that Janeway is not the same time that we're seeing? What if that Janeway is looking for the Protostar before it goes back to the beginning of our story?
And it's just a misdirect that it's at the same time?
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah. Anyway, there's a bunch of stuff we could speculate about.
Yes, there is.
But let's just stop to recognize how cool it is that we're seeing Admiral Janeway no matter like whatever time or place. I think that's really great, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on. Yeah. And just how deep the Janeway-Chakotay relationship actually goes.
Well, that felt that, I'm coming for you, Chakotay, felt a little more than, the Fleet Admiral looking for him.
Yeah.
But that's me.
We're totally married next season. Sure. Anyway.
Yeah. Before I forget, though, okay, with the thing about Dahl's species, I will remind everyone what Rene Auberjonois said about Odo at the very beginning, right? The day we find out where Odo comes from is the day the show's over. And
he was wrong.
Did not turn out. So, I think we will find out what Dahl's background is, where he's from, and all of that. But they might be a little more. I don't know. It might not come as quickly.
I feel like we've been focused on the Vaunacott for a while, and then that might shift at some point to be a focus more on Dahl's species, because I feel like his species has something to do with this entire story that's going on.
Yeah.
Likely.
Yeah.
Well, while I no longer think that the diviner is Chakotay, what if Dahl is Chakotay?
Sure. What if Murph is Chakotay?
No, you know who Dahl is? Dahl is one of the salamander babies.
Yeah, oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. It's got a tail in the back.
There you go. Yeah. Murph is a
Wow.
salamander baby, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
So does Dahl speak English?
He speaks Dahlese.
No, then that would be
Wait.
Dahl.
That's a good point. The Federation was familiar enough with whatever was coming out of Dahl's mouth for the translator to work.
Yeah.
So his species may be one that the Federation knows.
Could be. You think he just hasn't done a computer search yet?
Yeah.
I mean, would it come? Would Hollow Janeway be like, "Oh, look, here's all of these people who are of these species. There's a Brickar, and there's a
Murph.
fell out of my a Murph." A Tellarite, that's what I can think of.
Oh, okay.
It's not gonna. She's not gonna like introduce them to themselves. So it's entirely possible that, they've run into Dahl type people before. It just
Yeah.
hasn't come up.
Or Dahl's species has something to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think so.
Janeway's memories were also wiped of Dahl.
Oh,
Maybe.
that could be.
Well, no, then Janeway wouldn't know about that yet, would she?
Mm-hmm.
No.
We just need to see
That would work.
more episodes. Brandon,
Yeah, let's have the rest of them.
How's
right
it
now.
coming on that time machine to get us those episodes from the future?
They're really good. I've watched them already, but I can't share them with you because of
Why not?
copyright infringements. And
Oh,
whatnot.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you were going to say it's a violation of the temporal prime directive, but okay.
Oh, I don't worry about that.
That would have been
Don't
better.
worry about that. Okay, cool.
Copyright, they can sue you. There is no temporal prime directive.
Yeah. They can't
Law
sue
firm,
me
right?
for
Yeah.
traveling through time.
Right.
Yet.
All right. Let me see here. We now have established that Murph is completely and utterly indestructible, although he did look a little nauseated once they took the star out of him, didn't he?
well, imagine having food transported from inside you.
Yeah,
That's probably
That's
a
a
pretty
good
weird
point.
feeling.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's not the first time something's been transported out to some side of someone's body in Star Trek, but
True.
Wow,
Neelix's
that's
lung.
specific.
well, there was an episode in Voyager where Neelix had one of his lungs stolen from his body, so it was gruesome. Anyway, but yes.
It's scary.
My favorite thing of continuity in Voyager is when they once in a while reference that Neelix only
Yes.
has one lung left.
They
They
just
do
say
it like 2 or
lungs.
3 times.
Yep.
Although it's funny because I was just watching a Voyager episode where Tuvok talks about his lungs, plural, so they aren't always consistent, but most of the time they get it. But yes.
Maybe Tuvok was distracted.
Oh, he was very distracted at the time, so I'll chalk it up to that.
Well, there you go. There you go. So, canon connections, other than the Dauntless?
So the Dauntless is from a Voyager episode called Hope and Fear, but this is not the same
Yep.
Dauntless because it's a different number.
No.
No, it's not the same, although apparently
looks
the
the same.
bridge looks pretty similar. So, yeah, Voyager took scans of that kind of fake Dauntless, and so they're using it as a basis for some ship design.
It's
That's all there is
interesting.
to it. But it is an interesting decision because I would have expected she would have been on, I don't know, Voyager A or something, but Dauntless is very specific.
That is,
Well-
that may lend toward the whole she's not at the same time thing.
Maybe. Well,
Because maybe Chakotay has the Voyager right now.
well, that could be. But apparently the design of it is kind of a mix between the Dauntless we saw in Voyager and Rick Sternbach's early Voyager concept, which is very interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
With the underslung
Yeah,
nacelles, is
yeah.
that part of that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I like that.
I'm in another chat group for the Nerd Party Network here, and Tristan shared something that he found on Twitter that made me laugh about this. So it's a conversation between Starfleet and Janeway, right, about this. Starfleet, you want to recreate the Dauntless? Janeway, but make it better. Starfleet, wouldn't it be a constant reminder of how someone tried to kill you? Janeway, leaning forward, no, it's a reminder of how someone failed to kill me. Starfleet, noted.
That's great.
That's a tweet.
It's
a tweet from at Mr. Sosotris, SOS, Mr. _ SOSOTRIS. That was the tweet that was shared. I thought that was pretty funny. So
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That is a great way to look at setbacks in life in general. I like that. Yeah. All right. Well, now we've come to the point where we can speculate wildly. What are we going to see in the rest of the season?
We're going to see Chakotay. We're going to see the virus go to the Dauntless. That's still on that ship. We're going to see at least go to the Dauntless. And I think that we're going to see Dreadnought again. And I don't think we've seen the last of the Diviner.
Okay.
I think those are all fair.
If the cat doesn't have the voice of the Rock, then the cat's going to be as buff as the Rock.
And he's going to...
Well, we already know
Well, we already know it's neither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but the cat's going
Well-
to be.
Oh, he's
Cat's
just
gonna
going to
go
work
for it.
out? He's just going to pump iron?
It's going to
Okay.
work out.
The next time we're going to see it, it's going to be like The Rock with a cat head.
No, the first episode, they should all have a feast.
A feast?
A feast.
They're
All
eating the cat?
Celebration.
No, not eating the cat. You would eat the cat. You hate cats.
I would not
You
eat the
are-
cat. I'm
that is
allergic to cat. I'm
atrocious.
allergic to cat.
It's not a monster.
No, but they're all going to have a feast with the food replicator thing.
Okay.
And they're all going to have either new foods or the food that they've been eating their entire life.
Oh, like what happened with Rothacher,
Yeah.
and Jenkin Pog, where he was looking at all the new food and she went after what she knew.
I kind of thought,
like
and
that.
I'm surprised it didn't happen, but I thought that all of those people that they rescued from that mine or whatever were going to end up as crew on their ship. Like, they'd just be joining them.
Yeah,
like
but they
Yeah.
just went off on the Rev 12.
Yeah, they just took off, and I was wrong in my prediction that they would be, like, Chakotay and his crew would be some of those miners.
Yeah.
So
when are we going to see Star Trek The Unwanted to follow that ship? Okay, maybe not.
Don't think there's the outcry for that like there was for Pike.
Yeah, my only additional prediction is that by the end of this season, the next 10 episodes, we will know who Dahl's species is and who Murph's species is. So
Oh. I don't think we're ever going to know what Murph is unless somebody figures
I
it
think
out.
we will.
Yeah,
I think we will. Like, if Aaron Walke's teasing like it's a super deep cut, he wants to share that deep cut with us. He really does.
Based on
He's
what
everywhere.
Chrissy said there, though, if we get Star Trek The Unwanted before we get Section 31, I am going to be pissed off, okay?
I know. It's going to
Yes.
happen.
I will
Section
too.
31 is going to happen. Sometime
Unless
this decade.
that could be a short trek. I will accept a Star Trek Unwanted short trek.
Oh, what if Section 31 is an animated show where Georgiou's in charge of The Unwanted, and they're all like Section 31 members, and this cat is like a deep cut undercover Section 31.
I just don't like continuing to call them the Unwanted, so we'll call them the Wanted. No, that doesn't sound
The
good
formerly
either.
unwanted.
The free.
The formerly
free,
enslaved.
people
liberated.
formerly known as
Yeah, the
Unwanted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think the cat is Philippa Georgiou, who's learned how to be an animagus from Harry Potter.
Well, we did see her change her face in that Discovery episode where she was a Klingon, right? Like,
Yeah,
when she
why not?
pulled her thing back, so why not?
I'm being ridiculous now.
It's okay.
How old
Right.
is the cat?
The only thing...
How what?
How old is the cat?
Oh, we don't know. Young.
300.
I'm thinking the same age as Rothacher.
Could be.
Or a little older.
Probably.
Rocktalk's 800.
I think... yeah, well, now. I think
me.
most of them... You have to look at that and figure that most of those people were children or quite young. Because it just...
True.
I don't know, it feels like a bunch of adults, even if they'd been enslaved, wouldn't kind of let a bunch of children, even if they saved them, wander off like that.
Yeah, well, no one was as
Or maybe
young
they were.
as the cat because when the cat was delivered to them, Gwen said, "Don't bring anything that's young again.
Yeah.
Aubrey, thanks for joining us. This was fun.
Thank
you.
for letting me be here.
Yeah. Are you going to come
Great
back?
having you talking
when we
about
get more
Prodigy.
episodes?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Cool.
Good.
I know where you live.
We look
I
forward
know
to
where
it.
you live.
Okay, then.
Yeah, it's been nice having you and the other girls on because it gives us, you know, like this is, you guys are the audience that this is directed at, right? And while we can sit here and nerd out and be, you know, nerd out grown-ups over our Star Trek nerd, you know, that's a lot of nerdum. But, like, it's nice to have you guys here and, you know, to see what you think.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a good introduction to somebody who's never watched Star Trek at a young age? Do you think does this make you want to see more Star Trek? I know you've seen Discovery and stuff already.
Yes and no, because your guys' reviews and saying that nothing is really as good as this. So, if everything was as good as this,
I didn't
then
say that.
definitely, but like...
Yeah, Justin doesn't think this is the best.
I think there is
I do,
even
yeah.
better Star Trek than this, but yeah.
There's definitely better. Like, Deep Space Nine is definitely better than this. This is not the best Star Trek series. I think this is the best of the new Star Trek. Right? I think... I don't know, like...
That's what we disagree on.
Yeah. So, I think that most of the original series of Star Trek are better than this. But, I mean, like, this is a good show.
This is really good. But there's lots of other really good Star Trek out there, Aubrey.
Yeah.
I know that. You guys are total nerds on this, so...
Yeah.
There must be a reason
Join
you
us.
guys are total nerds.
Nerd.
There is.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Aubrey.
Yep.
Say live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
There you go.
Peace
Yeah.
and long life.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So, coming to the end of this half season of Prodigy means we are coming to the end of, well, Justin is going to be joining us on a regular basis. I'm going to hold out that you might come on as a guest at some point. So I'm going to say you're leaving for being here on a regular basis.
Right.
And we're going to miss you. And
Well, actually, Chrissy,
I'll let
I'll
you-
just interrupt here. This is when we make our surprise announcement that Justin is going to be hosting the Starfleet Academy podcast.
Yeah. Well, but let me just add for listeners that may not have heard the show like a couple weeks ago. So I announced a few weeks ago that, you know, I'm leaving as a host of this show, Infinite Diversity. Like I said, I truly have loved podcasting with you guys. It has nothing to do with that or any of our guests. I really love it. But I just need to spend more time on a little business that my wife and I have started. We have a little record label here in El Paso called Ogar Records, and we have more releases this year and more stuff going on. So had to unfortunately, you know, open up my schedule on the weekends and during the week a little bit more for that. But it's been wonderful. I know we've been podcasting together on this and also the Picard podcast we did, The Line, and it's just been such a fun couple of years. We'll, of course, still nerd out with you guys about Star Trek in our little messenger group and on Twitter and Facebook, I'm sure. And any listeners, you know, can follow me at TrekFan4747 on Twitter. And for the music stuff, if you wanted to follow that, it's Ogar Records in a lot of different social media places, HOGAR Records. So you can find me there doing a lot of stuff with my wife's band and their solo projects. We have a new band coming up. So anyway, it's been really a lot of fun, guys.
In a long road.
Getting from there to here. Well, we're not going to sing the whole thing, but yes.
I got a question for you, Justin, though. I mean, it's been wonderful podcasting with you here, but before you go, if I were to triple what I pay you, would you stay?
Let's see. 0 times 3 is 0. So no.
Okay.
However,
I
if you
thought
wanted
I'd
to
try.
if you wanted to match the salary that I get at my day job, totally. I'll do it like all week long.
I'll see what I can do. No promises.
Yeah.
Patreon
we just need
supporters?
like 100,000 listeners for that. But
Yeah. Patreon
Yeah, there we
supporters.
go.
Like $100,000 a year?
No, I said we need 100,000 listeners. I'm just assuming listeners would give a certain amount. I'm not telling you how much money I make.
Well, how am I supposed to match it if you don't tell me how much you make?
I mean, those listeners could each give $10 each. We could be getting $1 million a month, and I just need a specific percentage. Anyway, that's not happening. Okay.
Yeah, let's make that happen, listeners. That sounds great. Yeah.
Recruit 100,000 of your
For all
friends
of
to give
us.
$10 a month. Anyway.
Okay,
But no,
but
yeah.
one of the conditions is I'm just saying, look, this is probably not going to happen, okay? However, if I can get that money raised, you're editing everybody's podcast on the network, okay? Because that's part of the wage. You got it?
Like I said, if you could pay me as much as my day job, I will quit that job and do this.
And you'll edit everybody's?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'll do
okay.
40 hours of whatever work
Sure.
you want me to
I'll
do
see what
if
I
that's
can do.
what's going to happen. But
See what I can do.
yeah, come back to me when that happens.
Be careful that 40 hours of any kind of work that they want done.
Yeah.
Look, if this podcast...
You'll end up mowing
Yeah, I
lawns
was just
and
going to say,
washing
I got
cars.
to change out a new toilet upstairs there, you know.
Oh, I'll fly there to fix your toilet, yeah.
Travel included.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I know it's not easy to say farewell with these things, but the time has come. So
And that's okay.
all good things. Yeah. But thank you. Lots of great memories. Had so much fun being on this podcast. But also, I do not envy you guys the task you have the rest of this year with so much Star Trek, including some weeks where there's Picard and Discovery in the same week. So have fun with that.
We got a lot coming up.
There's a lot going on, which is good. And I will just be there as a watcher of those shows, a listener to this podcast. So.
Okay, so noted, I can't say nasty things about Justin next week. Okay.
I will be listening, and if you say something, you will know it. And I will listen all the way to the end, because I know the stuff you put at the end of the podcast, where you have like a little outtake that's like, man, F that Justin for leaving. But if you do say that, don't put it in the podcast.
No.
I don't want to know.
We wouldn't say that. We would not say that. All right, well, you'll be missed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say thank you. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, hosts. It's been great.
And thank you.
Thank you.
It has been fun.
And make sure if you invite me on to guest that it's like a super juicy topic.
Here, just 1 second before I go here, Justin. I'm just going to...
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm trying to...
What are you trying to show me? Your foot?
I'm dancing for you.
You're dancing? Oh, like Tuvok for Neelix. Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay. Got it. Love it.
That's very kind. Oh, I will be closer to you than Neelix is to the Voyager crew, though. So
That's true. That's true. All right. So, Justin, you already told us where people can find you. Just remind us one more time.
TrekFan4747 on Twitter.
All right, and I will put the link to the Hogar information in the show notes.
Thank you.
Because it's good music, and you all should be listening to it, especially if you like 90s, like grunge style music. Oh, so good.
I do think you should change your Twitter handle to MurphToot4747.
Murph4747?
No, MurphToot.
No more toot.
MurphToot4747.
We'll leave that for when the girls get their Twitter.
Yeah, that'll be Esri's.
Will be appropriate. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, Brandon, where can people find you when you're not coming up with Twitter handles for people?
You can find me here on the network with a show called Franchise Fatigue, which is all about movies, remakes, and sequels. And we are smack dab in the middle of our Scream coverage. And that's been a lot of fun. And you can find me over on the Fandom Podcast Network with a show called Good Evening and Alfred Hitchcock Podcast. My friends Chris and Tom and I cover Hitch's films in chronological order. Chrissy, where can people find you when you're not finding your voice?
Like singing something from The Little Mermaid, right?
La,
Yeah.
it's been a
That's about as well.
long road.
So, in addition, here on Infinite Diversity, you can find me on History with the Sloggies here on UFP Network, and that's a twice-weekly short history podcast I do with my partner, Jason. And I'm happy to chat about all of our shows in the Federation Council Chambers on Facebook. And last but not least, I am the Goddess Livia on Twitter. That's TheGoddesslivia, where I tweet about Star Trek history and leftist politics. Brandon, you want to tell us about what else people can listen to on the network?
Join Amy Nelson and Mark White discussing all good things on Star Trek. All Star Trek, all the time, all good things, lots of all there. Lots and lots of all. Join Rhea Papa Georgiou, Kevin Scharf, Amy Nelson, and Joe Keegan discussing all TNG all the time on board the Galaxy class. Who Wouldn't Want to Be a Kid Again? Join Chris Chibuzio, Patrick Devlin, and Casey Pettitt discussing all things under the Disney umbrella with Mickey's Marvels. Take a stroll through Star City, discovering all things that make Arrow Arrow with Lance Laster and Camonte Chillis on Always Hold On to Arrow. And dive into some cryptozoology with Ken Tripp and Zach Moore, taking a lighthearted and fun look at the cultural phenomenon of Bigfoot on Sasquatch.
All right, and thank you very much for tuning into Infinite Diversity. Thank you to our executive producers, Ken Tripp, Tony Robinson, Zach Moore, and Brandon Shea Mutala. Thank you to Zach Tripp for the wonderful theme music and Tony Robinson for the awesome show art. Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, and please subscribe in your favorite podcast player. If you'd like to reach out, you can find the network on Twitter at UFP Earth or our show specifically at IDIC Podcast. You can also talk about any and all of the UFP podcasts in the aforementioned Facebook group called the Federation Council Chambers. You can also email us at infinitediversity@ufp.earth. On the next episode, we have the return of Discovery with episode 8 of season 4. We don't know what the title is yet, but it is episode 50 of the series overall.
The episode's going to be called Captain Saru of the Voyager J.
No,
Sounds
it's not.
good.
It's going to be called
like
Tilly's
that.
Return. Thank you.
Tilly's Return.
Okay.
Tilly's
Either way.
Revenge.
Oh, like Fury and Voyager with Kes.
Yeah.
So
What if Tilly
yeah.
comes back and she's just like mad at everybody and like kills a bunch of people? That'd be amazing.
No.
That would be Killy.
Oh, I love it.
That'd be an
love
explanation
it.
for
Oh,
that.
okay. Maybe.
Yeah. And well, anyway, until then, peace and long life.
I'm gonna
So
miss you,
long and thanks for all the
Justin.
fish.
I'm gonna miss you.
Oh, thank you. You'll get over it. I think you're going to have somebody on who will make you happier.
I don't know about that.
Okay, stop.
This has been a production of MTMR Media Works.